Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Truth Council 23 with me, Truth Nunez, and our spiritual council. Welcome to everybody. Welcome to our day ones. Welcome to our new subscribers. Welcome to everyone in between. Welcome to the council, my lovies. Welcome to Truth Council 23. We are over 3,000 subscribers now, my lovies, just like that, in the matter of a couple of months. It feels like it was just yesterday where I'm like, we're just, we're doing it for whoever needs to come here, and whoever needs to come here will come here, and people came. So I'm just so thankful, honored, and grateful, my lovies. It's just amazing to me. It really is that it all resonates with you, that you see the love in it, that you see the genuine the sincerity in it, and that's the mezzanine. Here we got this mezzanine energy. You're going on a cruise, my lovies. That the messages resonate with you, my lovies, and that you're here without fear, and that it's really beautiful. I think it's really beautiful work. Again, I'm a channeler by nature, and the tarot is very close to me, and we get to speak together to you and share messages with you, and it's just something I'm just so thankful about. And the name Uleka, I'm also Naomi too. Naomi wants to come in. I'm very thankful for Naomi and Uleka and everybody else. But and the name Ruthie, Ruthie. Welcome everybody, welcome. And the name Joshua too. And Joshua Tree. Welcome to you all. We're so honored, grateful, thankful to be here. To cherish today's collective energetic read. Keeping in mind we're reading collective energy, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You are and forever will be the masters of your experiences, of what you will or what you will not into this creation. If you need a private read, my lovies, always feel free to book in the description box below. Thank you so much for your bookings, for your shares, for your likes, for your comments. It's all appreciated, my lovies. Let's get started right away by honoring and thanking our spiritual council. I want to honor and thank my grandmama, Abuelita Gladys Nunez Maldonado. I also want to honor and thank my grandpapa, Abuelito Felix Antonio Nunez. I invite you to do the same. I do honor your trusted ancestors, those that protect and love and guide you. You can honor whatever religious force, whatever spiritual force, whatever makes you feel good, grounded, and connected as you are to the all in this experience. You can also take a moment of silence to be in silence with yourselves, and that is also more than enough. Let's get started, my lovies. The spirit's been knocking all day. It's been a very, very sensitive day. Well, we did say that today would be a day of intense duality. The fog here is really, really thick right now. And it's funny because there are certain places where it's like the sun is shining, and then in other places it's like really, really thick fog. But heavy projection energy for some, heavy projection in the field. So you may be feeling very, very sensitive. So just take a time to honor whatever you feel. Take time to kind of unleash certain things, especially if people are trying to project things onto you or build projects over your life with their projections, with what they want to forecast for you. Because for some of you, we have seen a lot of gang stalking energy. I myself, I speak to certain things that I'm like, oh, I can't relate to, but with that, I can actually relate to that for those who are going through that. For example, it's no secret that I say that I sleep in my vehicle, and I need a new vehicle because this one is really, really overdue. But someone's been looking into, for example, for me, someone's been looking into my credit report, and they found something, and someone last night at 2:30 in the morning shows up looking in my vehicle with a flashlight, pretending to be a tow person. And this person is such an airhead because they drove away in a way where I could see their license plate. So I'm like, okay, this person's an idiot. But and I almost wanted to call the police just because I didn't feel, again, I had shared that this happened to me a while ago, but the tow man was so kind and sincere, and actually a tow person. But this person, Spirit, had already told me I didn't feel comfortable sleeping where I was. And I was like, Spirit, I don't know if I want to sleep here. Like, I feel like someone's following me around. I could feel it. And Spirit's like, just relax. You know it. Spirit gave us the signs, just, the downloads, who this person's connected to. Just relax. And I relaxed, and sure enough, at 2:30 in the morning, this person came right on by with his fucking flashlight, looking in the vehicle. And after I answered, and he's like, do you want me to take your vehicle? And I'm like, he hid his car. He had this small little car. He hid his vehicle by the hedges. And I'm like the other guy, he just came with his tow truck. Like, he was gonna tow the car, he was ready to tow the car. He saw I was in there, he couldn't tow it. And he said, no, he's not. He's like, I'm not gonna do that to you. This guy, he parked behind the bushes, hiding his vehicle. I'm like, what a stupid gang stalking team. But that gang stalking energy is definitely present. Certain people look into your stuff. It has come in the readings for some of you as well. People looking into like your credit history and trying to find things on you to because for some of you, some people do want you homeless. You're not the only ones, my lovies. There's some evil people on this planet. It happens for some of you, exes that are fucking psychopaths, and then they wonder why you left them behind. Family members that are psychopaths, and they wonder why you left them behind. Old friends that pretended to be your friend but never were your friend, and then they wonder why you left them behind. People, it is what it is, my lovies. We all got to do our work, and we all got to do our due time. And for some people want to project their negativity onto your life. It's like, for me, it's like, dang, like, these are people that must either, they don't really, again, for some, it's people that really don't know you. And for some of you, it's people that do know you. So it's like, they must see your struggle. Like, they must see like what's going on in your life, but they don't give two shits. These people are so envious, so wicked in their souls. Look, patrol. And then it's funny because Spirit gave us a confirmation not to worry about anything, because something else happened right after that. Just, they are going to lead to their own disaster. For some of you, everything is coming in for a reason. It's something about alabaster and calabast. Boom. Everything is coming in for a reason, my lovies. 'Tis the season. We did say that. For some of you, you have karmic people that it's like you haven't even, people that are in negative energies, or they're still in their devilish ways. For some of you, you could be, in a completely different chapter of your life, starting brand new somewhere, and somebody doesn't want you to start brand new. They don't want you to start brand new. Can you believe that shit, my lovies? It's like, I left you behind. You kept everything. You kept it all. You wanted the downfall of it. I gave it to you. You never deserved it in the purse. The purse. Something about someone's purse. Find something in someone's purse. Receipts about something in someone's purse, or someone's communicating with something, or someone that they're not supposed to be communicating with. It's really funny to me. It's really funny how some people are really crazy. Like, really, really crazy. My lovies, really crazy. Really crazy. Again, using my own example, however this is manifesting in your life, because again, it's a collective energy. But for me, it's like, I'm just trying to start over. I got people stalking me to fucking work. I got people stalking me outside of the fucking gym, in the gym. I got people following me to where I'm doing my fucking readings. They're just watching me, trying to put hurdles in my way. I'm just starting over. I just finished my fucking degree. I'm doing my work here. I love what I do for work. Like, can you just leave me alone? No. For some of you, this is also because someone hid money from you. For some of you, you have evidence on somebody and they feel like they're paranoid and you gotta attack you first. Because again, they're still not getting the lessons in their lives. So it's not personal, it's just an energy. It's just an inner chi, my lovies. They live in disease. People that want to project disease onto you. That was in the preliminary for some of you. People that want to project disease onto you. They want to project heart attacks onto you, heartbreak, betrayal. They want to bully you. They want you to feel insecure because they feel insecure. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with somebody else? Like, what does that have to do with somebody else that you feel ugly inside? That's because of what you think and what you do. I would kind of feel ugly if I were you too. No offense, my lovies. I don't think anybody's ugly. But the feeling of ugly, some people do some ugly things. The wickedest people do the ugliest things on the roads to riches and diamond rings. Kanye didn't get it that right. He said the prettiest people do the ugliest things. I don't think they're pretty. I think they're nuts. It's like, you got time to look over people's credit fucking reports to try to stalk them and make up some fucking fake ass scenario in the middle of the night, disturbing someone's sleep? Like, what the fuck? For me, that's a big one. That's a big one. Someone that disturbs my sleep is super disrespectful. It's like, I hope they get the karmic justice. It's like, how dare you disturb my sleep and disturb somebody else too? This psycho little fucking wannabe hitman person or wannabe fucking thug. It's like, go to fucking sleep. You got your fucking glasses on. You can't even fucking focus. You probably get a lot of headaches. After that man left, I had the biggest fucking headache. I'm like, he transferred his fucking headache to me. I had a dream about him and how much he jerks off to. Shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Send messies. For some of you fucking exes or people that used to mess with your ex that you don't even give a fuck about, and then your ex is mad because you don't give a fuck about them. It's like, everything is coming in for a reason, my lovies. Jesus. It's an extreme state of duality. Something about Stacy's. Something about Stacy's chips. Pita chips. It's like, I want to eat healthy. Go fucking eat a hamburger or 3. It doesn't matter if you eat healthy. You're fucking rotten. You're rotten. And you don't know how to stop it. You're like a cancer. Jesus. Something about Erica. Something about Enrique's. Pretend to be fucking good people. I was having this beautiful conversation with someone in the gym earlier. And it was like, he's so sexy. I was having this conversation with a guy in the gym earlier. And he was saying, you know, how people were like, oh, love and light and all positivity. No, you're fake. You're fake. You're always looking for another savior. You're always looking for another sacrifice. Do the fucking work within yourself. It's like, what the fuck? Stalkers, middle of the night, doing rituals. Go to fucking sleep. You don't gotta. It's usually the sickest people. I don't meet healthy people doing this shit. It's usually the sickest people up 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. The bewitching hours. Go to fucking sleep. You fucking cancer. Someone's a dancer. Usually the sickest people, sick souls, sick. Mind control. I'm getting mind control. This is for some of you, someone tried to control your mind. They want to control your time. It's like, you can't even fucking control your life. You can't control your wife, your whole ass wife, and your whole ass husband. Go control that. You can't even control your fucking vagina. You can't control your dick. You put it in anything that comes around. And then that bothers you that someone calls that out. I'm just the messenger. Maybe for some of you, again, that energy's been present. For some of you, called somebody out and they didn't fucking like it. So they try to make you the hoe too. It's like, I'm not like you. What the fuck? So they want to set up something, a scenario. It's like, you're still not getting it. Go do your work. Go. Ain't nobody else trying to set up scenarios in your life. For some of you, you got somebody fucking minding your business and you called them out on something. Again, for some of you, you are channelers. You called them out on something. They were minding your business, stalking you. You picked up on their energy. Now they're mad at you. It's like, God brought you here so that you can see something. Not so you can get triggered and feel like you got to defend yourself against God. You are boxing with God. I did a bonus reading. That energy was present. Boxing with God. People that think that the messengers are the issue. Just like they did Jesus Christ. And supposedly someone that they supposedly worship. No, they just like sacrifice. They don't like to do their own fucking work. They've done this for centuries, millennia. It's the same shit, same story over and over and over again. Anyways, to mi abuelita Gladys Núñez Maldonado. To mi abuelita Gladys Núñez. It's time to switch it up. To mi abuelita Gladys Núñez Maldonado. To mi abuelita Gladys Núñez Maldonado. To mi abuelito Félix Antonio Núñez. To mi abuelito Félix Antonio Núñez. To mi abuelito Félix Antonio Núñez. To Mama Merced. To Mama Merced. To Mama Merced. To Shango. And for some of you, if you are in a predicament and you wonder why Spirit has you in a predicament, give thanks to your spirit team, because you are saved from some psychopaths that, had you not been, for example, living here or living there or living somewhere where maybe you have a nosy neighbor and you hate your nosy neighbor, but your nosy neighbor could potentially save your life, because for some of you, this energy is a collective energy. You got psychopaths stalking you, but you got other people stalking them. You got FBI agents that have come into the field, police that have come into the field. So for some of you, again, it's a collective energy. People that are being investigated, their fucking search history is being investigated. It's like, and then they feel supposedly jaded. It's like, you are a tumor to society, my love. No offense to you. You need help. This is not sustainable. I don't think these people care, but it's for context purposes, my lovies, and Percy and Priscilla and Carlos and Carlisle, boom, Joshua. To the all, to your unconditional love and your mercy, to your divine wisdom, to your all-knowing, to your all-being, to your all-seeing power, to the unconditional love and your mercy, to your divine wisdom, to your all-knowing, to your all-being, to your all-seeing power, to your unconditional love and your mercy, to your divine wisdom. Something about Murphy, to your all-knowing, to your all-being, to your all-seeing power, to la Santa Muerte, to la Santa Muerte, to la Santa Muerte, to Sekhmet, to Sekhmet, to Sekhmet, to Kalima, to Kalima, to Kalima, to Oshun, to Oshun, to Oshun, to Ogun, to Ogun, to Ogun, to the all, to your unconditional love and your mercy, to your divine wisdom, to your all-knowing, to your all-being, to your all-seeing power. What are the highest messages, the most truthful messages, the most just messages? To the all, to your unconditional love and your mercy, to your divine wisdom, to your all-knowing, to your all-being, to your all-seeing power. Hi, Aaliyah. What are the highest messages, the most truthful messages, the most just messages? To the all, to your unconditional love and your mercy, to your divine wisdom, to your all-knowing, to your all-being, to your all-seeing power. What are the highest messages, the most truthful messages, the most just messages? In love and truth and courage, in love and truth and wisdom, in love and truth and honor, in love and truth and mercy, in love and truth and courage, in love and truth and wisdom, in love and truth and honor, in love and truth and justice, in love and truth and courage, in love and truth and wisdom, in love and truth and honor, in love and truth and judgment. What is up? What is up? What is up? Hot stuff. How's it flowing? How's it going? What's poppin'? What's cracking? We're reading for my darlings. Reading for my darlings. Reading for my darlings. It is true. We're reading for you, and we love you, my lovies. It's true. We are reading for you, and something about patchouli. We're reading for you, and something about patchouli, my lovies. You like patchouli, my lovies? I like patchouli. I like that scent. It's almost like woody, like woodsy scent. I like that, my lovies. So you should put some on your beard, my lovies. For some of you, I'm getting like a man that puts like patchouli on his beard. That's sexy, my lovies. Go you. You going somewhere, my lovies? Where you going? You look sexy, my lovies. Anyways, my lovies, what's up? What is up? What is up? Hot stuff. How's it flowing? How's it going? What's popping? And what's cracking? We are reading for my darlings. Reading for my darlings. It is true. We're reading for you because we love you. We're reading for March, Gregorian, March 23rd, 2024. But for some of you, we're reading for 2023. For some of you, you're definitely a year behind. For some of you, you're a year in advance. And for some of you, you like romance. For some of you, you like the romance novel. For some of you, romance novels are coming in. That's cute, my lovies. You're going to be reading romance novels on this Saturn's Day. Saturn's Day brings delays, and brings Delilah for some of you, and brings lilies for some. You're getting flowers for somebody. Saturn's Day brings in delays. Saturn energy is very difficult when it comes to procedures, when it comes to the law. Saturn energy brings in very legal, procedural energy, very difficult lessons, very contractual things. But there are delays, especially when it comes to 23 energy, and 23 energy in numerology. You add that together and you get 5 energy, which is a liberation. For some of you, you could be liberating yourself via a celebration, but there are delays in this celebration. You could be planning for a party, or for some of you, here we go with this Bakari energy, or Bakar, and something about Takari, and something about Tulum for some of you. For some of you, you could be planning a vacation. You could be planning a vacation with Bakari or whatever Bakari is, or Bacardi for some of you. But there are delays in the celebration. 5 energy is very celebratory energy to me. It comes in with liberation, with art, with artistic expression, expressing oneself. From some of you, you could be liberating yourself from a bind, because it's like, I want to like release this hand. I want to release my dominant hand, but my left hand's kind of like, so for some of you, your energy, your feminine energy could be very clingy. For some of you, could be feeling very, almost like if you are in a relationship, you could be actually feeling very clingy. You could be feeling like, especially whoever embodies more that feminine energy, whether you were in a same-sex couple or, you know, a heterosexual couple, you could be feeling very like clingy, very clingy. It's very clingy energy, but you know, you're enjoying that. That's how you're liberating yourself. That's what makes you feel good. But 5 energy, maybe for some of you, you are liberating yourself from a clingy person. If it's not like in a relationship type thing or someone you don't necessarily want to be with, you may be releasing something or someone. For some of you, you may be releasing a lease. For some of you, a lease for some, and Elise and Elisa for others, but you may be actually somewhere that you were leasing, or something that you were leasing, the rental equipment or some type of lease, it's up, so you're going to release that. So that's fun, my lovies. That is fun. 5 energy is all about, again, artistic expression, creation, liberation. 5 energy is really harmonious in the 32 with the 5 of hearts energy. I am getting 5 of hearts, so for some of you, you could be celebrating a marriage and there's a little bit of a delay in that situation. Saturn's day brings in a delay, so there could be a delay in planning a marriage or some type of celebration or some type of a bat mitzvah. We have seen that in the field. Or for some of you, a graduation. You could be planning for graduation. You could be planning for some type of celebration. There are delays in the situation, and you're going to celebrate no matter what. Yesterday's overall reading was very celebratory. So for some of you, the bonus reading brought in a specific energy because we had to clarify certain things. But for some of you, for most of you, you are in celebratory energy as you're moving into the springtime. So spring is bringing flowers in for you. You're resting. You're not stalking people in the middle of the night, which is great. You may be being stalked, but spirit protects you. There are Narnia. Oh my gosh, here with this Narnia energy. What's up with Narnia, my lovies? There are night watchers, and there are watchmen for all of us. So for some of you, you have really strong, we have seen that. You, in the bonus reading was there too. You have a very strong spiritual team. They are on it. They are on it. And for some of you, you can get something about onyx. Let's get the getting to know truth, my lovies. For some of you, you can get yourself, if you want to, I recommend getting yourself a small tarot deck, or maybe even a 32, getting yourself the playing cards, the 52 playing cards. So like if you have daily things that you want to work on, because I think that it helps, especially like if there's something that's really like a pressing question for you and you don't want to book a reading through somebody else, you want to do it yourself. It's actually quite insightful what you can get, and it's like almost like a meditation for those of you who like to read, because somebody does like to read books or write books. For some of you, you like to read. For some of you, you like to write. And I think you know, you may find certain things that are really, really interesting spiritually speaking if you pay attention to the symbols of the tarot, because it's a really ancient language. It comes from, you know, even hieroglyphs are in it. So, you know, you may want to consider that for some. It's coming in for a reason. I think spirit is deeming, if it's coming in, it's because spirit deems you mature enough for some of you to be able to receive the messages of the tarot. And who knows, maybe for some of you, you definitely have the gift. For some of you, that's why you have certain things in your life you can't explain, where you're like, I feel like I'm being, you know, like I'm being tested in one way or another. And it's because you have to deal with different energies and read for a lot of people, whether you know it or not. So for some of you, you definitely have the gift. For some of you, you know you have the gift and you use it. For others, you have the gift. An orange vehicle for some, an orange California for some. But for some of you, you have the gift. You just need to find a way to Make it work for you 24/11 or however spirit wants you to. But if it's coming in, it's for a reason. Maybe getting yourself a small deck, or, you know, starting with one of the classics if you want, or maybe one of the modern tarots, you know, whatever speaks to you, like if you go to a metaphysical store and you just pick out a deck, that's the deck. Whatever speaks to you, you go with the flow, and then you know, maybe it'll help you grow something, my lovies. Like if you want to ask about your business, if you want to ask about a relationship, if you want to ask about what's going to happen in my day that I have to look out for, what kind of energy am I in at this particular time, you know? Again, I practice what I preach. I practice what I teach, my lovies. For some of you, you're a teacher. And for some of you, someone's a preacher. Or you have a preacher around you that's very important to you. For some of you, your grandparents were very involved in the church and that's marked you. I wanted to mix them up because yesterday, even in the bonus read, we got the same ones. I'm like, we're asking the same questions. So I wanted to mix it up. My lovies, because we got 80 of these. We haven't gone through the 80 yet. All right. Someone made a bet, my lovies. Someone made a bet. All right, let us see, my lovies. Getting to know truth and getting to know you. Someone commented something. Oh, where are you, my lovey? Oh. They commented about the guardian of the waters of life. You're my guardian of the waters of life. This is the guardian of the waters of life, my lovies. For those of you who followed over from Instagram, you know who this is. This is the guardian of the waters of life. So I guess this is the getting to know truth bonus. Have you ever done a spiritual retreat, my lovies? So for years, for years, even before a typhoon, and something about buffoons, and something about baboons. But even before I moved to California from the Northeast, so your sister friend was born in New York, but I am originally, I call myself like, I feel like I grew up in Rhode Island because, and a cuckold is very present. Someone is being cheated on their spouse. Someone is being cheated on their spouse. Oh my gosh. Anyways, someone is cheating on their spouse in their house. Oh shit. Boom. Someone may want to address that. There's a cuckold in the field. But your sister friend grew up in I say I grew up in Rhode Island. I was born in New York, but I grew up in Rhode Island. So I spent a lot of time there because I spent my teenage years there. So we moved around quite a bit while I was younger. But we ended up in Rhode Island. That's why for me, I think I also have a natural inclination for getting up and going. So the last few years, I've like rented small rooms, but for the most part, actually the last few years, I've stayed out of my vehicle for the most part. The last few years, especially when things got tight financially, I would just stay out. I would live out of my vehicle. So for me, I think it also has to do with the gypsy in me. For those of you who know of the gypsies, my granddad was from Spain, and he was said to have gypsy blood and Moorish blood. So for me, you know, moving around, it was kind of natural. We did it a lot. We moved quite a bit while I was younger. We would go back and forth between Rhode Island, New York. We moved to Florida for a little bit, tried North Carolina. Then both of my parents went to prison. So we moved around we moved around a lot. And for me, I kind of became like accustomed to that. It wasn't until, again, I was 12 years old where my mom finally said, we're going to stay in Rhode Island. And so we stayed in Rhode Island and we didn't move until later. So at that point, that's why I feel like I grew up there, I guess, because that's where I rooted for a while. But it never really felt like home. It just never felt like home, and New York didn't either. But so growing up, right, like I was, fascinated by everything spirituality. I've always had the gift. I've always had the gift of seeing, and but it was never really like fostered in me. In fact, it was kind of scared out of me. When I was younger, I would see spirits everywhere, and I would share that with my family, and they knew I had the gift, but they would I don't know, it was just not something that it wasn't developed for me. Like the family didn't really invest time in developing that part of me. And so I was always interested in spirituality. So when I moved out to California, I knew I wanted to do an ayahuasca retreat. And for years before moving out, so I moved out in 2015. Before that, years before that, I was doing like research on ayahuasca. I think it really started like in 2009 maybe, or 2010. Like I started like researching like ayahuasca and what is ayahuasca and what are these types of retreats, and what is plant medicine and the different mushrooms and stuff like that, and the different types of ceremonies for and even marijuana, like the medicinal properties and the ancient practices of using it to liberate energy. And so when I when I moved out to California, it's like a breeding ground for these things, for these types of groups and whatnot. So right away, working, even when I was working in Santa Monica at Verizon, and I would get so many people like talk to me about, I met a lot of people, all types of people from, it was right there in the middle of everything. And so artists, famous people, all types of people. And a lot of people would talk to me about ayahuasca retreats. And they're like, there were a few that even like said, I'd recommend you, or, I organize them. If you want, you can come, blah, 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 blah. And it never felt right, because I'm like, I'm looking for something a little bit more for my first experience. I want the truth. Because what people would describe to me when it came to ayahuasca, it almost seemed like, so the way that they would describe it, I think it's also, I had to take into consideration my own consciousness, because the way that they would describe it, it almost seemed like so fantastical that they would almost like miss certain very valuable lessons. So I'm like, we'll see, like maybe one day, but not right now. And so I met somebody in 2018 in Texas, and him and I, we came back to California together, and he introduced me to Iboga. And he's like, I think you would really, it was on Joe Rogan, and he was talking about his watching Joe Rogan. He loved Joe Rogan. He's like, you would love the Joe Rogan experience. I'm like, that's all right. But I did like Joe Rogan's video on his experience with ayahuasca. So, excuse me, not ayahuasca, Iboga. For some of you, you may have liked ayahuasca, Joe Rogan's experience with ayahuasca. But I watched this video about him and Iboga, and I started doing research on actually the place that he went to, and just different everything is coming in for a reason, and research on the different plant medicines, and how this one is like by far the most powerful. If you want the truth is the truth. Like this is for some of you meditation. This medicine takes no bullshit. Like it holds no punches, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the unfiltered truth. For my first freaking retreat. Like I had never, mind you, that I'm a person, my lovies, I can count the times I've smoked weed in my life. I don't really do that. It's something like I'm not saying I'm against it at all. I'm saying like I see the medicinal qualities of it. If I ever had to do it again, would I? Why not? But is it something that it's a once in a blue thing for me. The last time I smoked, I think it was actually like in 2019. But smoked weed. But so he was telling me about this, and I'm doing my research, and I start researching, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it. And so I tried to book my retreat that year, and in November, out of my fears, I'm like, I called the guy back. I'm like, no, I don't think this is the right time. I'm already going through a lot of purging in my life at this particular time. I think it would be a little overwhelming. A couple of months later, he calls me back, and he's like, hey, are you ready now? And he's like, and I was like, you know what? Yeah. And he's like, okay, book your stuff and let's do it. So I booked my flight. I went, and it was tough. I went that February. Ooh, it was tough, my lovies. It was tough. The initiation was tough. I ran away from my initiation. I had to go back. I went twice. So I went that February, and then I went again back to Africa in June. And then I finally finished my initiation. And at the end of the initiation, you have to get a name. and they name you. So they named me, and they named me Frog, which is Ngodo in their language. And I'm like, why Frog? Like, I wanted to be named Panther. Like, why Frog? And they're like, because you're the guardian of the waters of life. You tell the story of the many paths. When I was on the medicine, I was getting all of these downloads, and I'm super sensitive. And it's like I was getting all of these downloads, so I was getting visions for them, but I was getting visions for me. And they're like, do you see a pregnancy for me? What do you see? Like, they were asking me questions, and I'm like, and I was having like, when I finally settled into the medicine and it felt really beautiful, I was going into like prophesizing mode. But before that, I was really scared. I was really scared. There were things that I was like hiding, and I think I even like tried to like save my life and run away from the retreat and lie about running away from the retreat. Like, I really wanted to get away. I really wanted to run away. I didn't trust the process. I didn't trust them. I thought they wanted to kill me. It was really intense. It was a really intense process. Mind you, you stay on that plant medicine. It's something you don't eat while you're on that plant medicine. I didn't eat for like 4 days. I didn't have an appetite. I was just like downloading visions. For example, like, I would stay in the room, but I knew that, like, I got a vision that one of the guys caught yellow fever and had to leave. And he came in with all this paperwork about yellow fever. And I got out of the room and I'm like, what happened to this guy? And they're like, he had to leave. He got yellow fever. I was like, oh, of course. I got the vision. It was too much. It was really like, it was intense. It was the most intense thing I've ever gone through. Like on the 4th day, they were like, you need to eat something. And like, they forced me to eat because my stomach was like this. Just to start reintegrating into, you know, the 3D. But it was really tough. It was really tough. It was tough. It was like the most beautiful, toughest experience I've ever had in my life. Yeah, so the whole thing takes a long time. You need a good 2 weeks for that process. Again, I was like, on the 4th day, I was still having all types of visions, all types of just a bunch of cleansing. And they called me, so they're like, you're the guardian of the waters of life. The frog is known as the guardian of the waters of life, who searches out the waters of life no matter how dry something may seem. And I'm like, okay. And so when I came back, this little frog, I came across jicama, for some of you, jicama. I came across this little frog at a dollar store. I was preparing for one of the events that we do with Spirit. And I was preparing for one of the events, and I needed like candles, and I needed tablecloths, and I go and I get them at the dollar store. And I saw this little frog there, and I'm like, oh, it had a little solar panel once upon a time, and the eyes used to light up. Yeah, so now I use it to keep, like, as a little safekeeping thing. So I have this little note. A little girl wrote to me at one of the events. I have it in here. She thanked me. 2 little girls thanked me, and they wrote me a little note. Thank you. And they left me their little names. So cute. Brie and Ellie. And then I also have this little feather that I found somewhere. And then I also have this little fortune cookie. Your most important work is yet to come. Your most important work is yet to come. I think that was a lot of getting to know truth, my lovies. What channel? What channel? What say you? I say true. So this is what the little story of the guardian of the waters of life. All right. Let's see if you need anything else after that. I think that was a lot, but let's see. What say you? I say true. What say you? I say true. I say true. You want to do a retreat, my lovies? They're really fun. The ayahuasca retreat was definitely much more gentle, even though it brought up anxieties in me, and but definitely a different experience. But many more people. They do it with a lot more people, which I don't necessarily like that. You still do have questions. Okay. Presented with the opportunity to be immortal, would you take it? I'm already immortal, my lovies. I'm immortal, my lovies. You are too. You just maybe haven't realized it yet. Presented with the opportunity hip hop. Okay, hip hop hooray! Oh, hey, and then HIPAA violations for some HIPAA's coming in. You have to do some type of. I'm not getting it as a violation, but maybe for some of you, you have to do a HIPAA training. Presented with the opportunity to be immortal, would you take it? Yes. Have you ever peed yourself? You're going to ask me this again, my lovies. Have you ever peed yourself, my lovies? I've peed myself. Not recently. Not in recent times. But yes, I have peed myself. What's one thing you only do when you're alone? What's one thing you only... This is a good one. This is cute. I like this one. What's one thing you only do when you're alone? One thing I only do when I'm alone? What's one thing you only do when you're alone? What's one thing you only do? These videos? But I'm technically not alone. I'm technically with you. I'm never alone, my lovies. Technically, we're never alone. None of us are ever alone. We're always being watched. We're always not even just being watched, because that sounds kind of like, for some people that can sound intimidating, but for me, I don't mind spirit watching me. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm never really alone, my lovies. I'm having a tough time with this. What's one thing you only do when you're alone? What's one thing I only do when I'm alone, spirit? Give me something. If there's nothing, but give me something. That name Zuleika and Zulema. The name Zuleika or Sulema. Or Salma. I guess I'm trying to find, I guess in my mind, what I'm trying to process it as is something I've never done with somebody else that I only do when it's just spirit and I, because I'm never really alone. There's nothing that I can say like I've done, like, even when I travel alone, I'm not alone. But I've traveled with others too. This is like, it's like, I don't know, my lovies. How about you? Do you have a good one for this? What's one thing you only do when you're alone that you can say you've never done with anybody else? Or for me, it's like, or with spirit. Or it's like, even if I travel, even if I looked at myself as not part of spirit, when I'm travel, I'm with other people. When I've peed in front of other people, I've pooped in front of other people. You know, I've I don't know. I'm never alone. I'm really never alone. So I think, to a certain degree, I think spirit did this for a reason. We're never alone. None of us are ever alone. Even when you think you're alone, you're not alone. Actually, when I was with Iboga, they were shocked at my power to manifest support when I feel in danger. Like, they're like, here comes a military person. Like, it was really curious. With an AK, he was walking up to us because he wanted to know what was happening, if everything was okay, because I was acting a little weird. And everything was all right. But I don't know, I just feel like we're all part of the one. So we're never really alone. Plus, I always have watchers with me. So I'm never really alone. It's like I'm a spiritual princess, my love. He's like, I'm spirit's queen. I'm spirit's empress. I'm spirit's love. Like, I really am never alone. I've been in situations where people that have no imagination, I don't know, aside from trying to harm others, they wouldn't have been able to get out the way. It's like, for me, it's like, not to compare my my experience, but spirit is bringing it in justly for a reason. You know, there are things that I have been in that I'm like, How did you get out of that? Like, and it was spirit. I'm never really alone. I'm never really alone. Here we go with this question again, my lovies. How about you? This is for you because you've asked me this and it's not going to change for a while. When I'm drunk, I like to eat. When you're drunk, what do you like to eat, my lovies? You don't have to, if you feel uncomfortable, you don't want to write it. That's fine. You could just think about it. Because we're never really alone, my lovies. Boom. That was cute. That was cute, my lovies. We're at 4412. We are at 4412. I saw 4412 and 4413, and technically 4413 is 444. And she's that's what I'm getting. For some of you, you're dealing with a messy, my lovies. A messy person. Messy person. Messy, hungry. Someone's from Hungary. And hungry hippos. We got Jack of Diamonds. We got really good news coming in really, really quickly. For some of you, Jack of Diamonds is a little horseman. You got a little horseman that he gallops to you and delivers some news. So for some of you, someone will be delivering some news to you. A message. This is more someone coming to deliver noses. For some of you, someone's nosy and they want to come deliver you some news. For some of you, a Jack of Hearts, it could be a brother, a friend, or a son, or someone that you consider a brother, a friend, a son, or a well-meaning man in a situation. But you have news coming in. You have someone that is coming to deliver news. Unlike the Seven of Clubs, this is not written news. This is not a phone call. This is actually someone coming to see you, and you're going to have some type of news face-to-face. Usually, it brings in a face-to-face. We got joy. For some of you, Nine of Hearts energy is joy, and joy not too far from where you are. Eight of Diamonds energy, and one wants to peak. Ooh, you got joy and success because we should just stop right here. We got joy and success because you're the best, and you're gonna travel not too far from where you are. You're gonna have happiness, joy, success, happy, joy, happy, joy. For some of you, you like those movies with Eddie. Was that Eddie Murphy? No, was that Eddie Murphy? No, that's not his name. But the not the Nutty Professor, but the like a guy that dresses like a fat woman and he's a police officer. Who is that? Spirit just knocked again. Happy, joy, happy. Ren and Stimpy for some. And someone's a pimpy. And something about Bambi. For some of you, someone's going to wear high heels, but they're going to walk like Bambi. For some of you, you could be going out with somebody or a friend or a friends group. I am getting like a girlfriend's like night out type thing. I am seeing like females or males, take it how it resonates, but they're getting ready. They're going to go, and someone doesn't know how to walk in high heels. Just be cautious. Be cautious for for a friend who doesn't know how to walk in high heels. She really doesn't know how to walk in high heels. Someone really doesn't know how to walk in high heels. I'm afraid for her ankles. Eight of Spades energy. For real though, be cautious with the ankles for somebody. You got joy. You're going to be happy. You're going to have a good time. Even if somebody ends up like rolling an ankle and doing something crazy, they're going to have a good time. They're going to be happy. For some of you, you're going to have happy times. Nine of Hearts energy is happy, joy. Nine of Hearts energy is joy in the 32. The name Joy could be significant for you. Something about nice. Something about Anais. All right, we got joy, and joy is permeating the reading when it comes to work. Nine of Clubs energy, you got joy when it comes to work. You got joy when it comes to a significant amount of money. For some of you, you could be getting a significant amount of money in a situation. The Nine of Clubs is a significant amount. It's like, it could be even a couple thousand for some. So a couple $1,000 for some, a bonus for some, maybe a little extra money for some. You're going to feel funny for some. It's like... I like it. For some of you, really cute. Like, yeah, give me that. Give it all to me. Oh, baby, bring it on to me. Here we go with this shit. For some of you, feeling freaky. For some of you, Nine of Clubs energy, though. You're in a work situation. You're getting money. For some of you, you're getting extra money. You have joy because you have extra money coming in. Nine of Clubs energy is also work. You have joy at work for some. Or you have joy doing something that is laborious. You could be working out. You could be working hard on a project. You could be working hard on your arts and crafts. You can be working hard on your talents. You could be practicing a lot, your gifts, your hobbies, and you have joy. You have joy when it comes to work. And for some of you have joy when it comes to extra income or a couple $1,000s. You got projects, 10 of Hearts energy. For some of you, you are in projects, you're in crafts, you're in doing your hobbies, you're in doing your side gigs, you're in projects, work projects, things that are you're dedicating yourself, sonetta for some, or something about a vendetta as well. You have joy when it comes to your projects. You're working hard. You are very, very happy. You have communication. I did feel communication for some of you. 7 of Clubs energy. For some of you, you have face-to-face communication. For some of you, have a lot of text messages that are going to make you happy. 7 of Clubs. You could be planning a cool project with somebody. A lot of communication about your projects, about work. For some of you, a lot of communication that have to do with your coworkers, email threads, messages, instant messaging, Slack messaging, Microsoft Teams. You got a lot of meetings. You got a lot of joy, a lot of productivity. You're feeling productive. You're feeling good. Maybe for some of you, you're going into this weekend just feeling like good. You're going in there, you're feeling good, and blah. Something's blocked. For some of you, there's communication that's blocked. There's a little bit of a block in a situation. You got joy. You got joy. You got joy. And it's a boy for some of you. You got joy, my lovies. You got joy. It's a boy. For some of you, Ace of Hearts energy, you could be learning that a boy is born into the family or will be born into the family. Ace of Hearts energy is the couple, is the home, it is the family. For some of you, there are blocks when it comes to a home situation or a couple situation or a work situation. For some of you, I do feel like you could be leaving someone behind that is losing a little bit their mind. You're done with it. You're done with something. For some of you, I do feel like a really toxic relationship that needs to end. I'm just a messenger. 5011. Do with that what you will, because it's not happy. 7 of Diamonds. You are going to be happy, but someone is not okay. 7 of Diamonds energy. You were in a codependent conundrum, to say the least. As about Cassandra, as about Calandra, for some of you, you were in a codependent conundrum. I'm just the messenger. 7 of Diamonds energy is anger, angry communication. For some of you, you could be getting angry messages while you're at work. You could be texting someone that doesn't even respect what you do for a living. They just trying to really harness your energy and hold on for dear life. I'm just the messenger. And somebody really wanted to be someone's wife or husband. Take that how it resonates. It's like, you ain't even a high school. They didn't even finish high school. Somebody didn't even get their GED for some, and you held that against them, or they held that against themselves. It's coming in, they didn't even finish their high school. They didn't even finish their diploma. Someone's not motivated in their life. It's okay. That's okay. I don't necessarily think that's a good or a bad thing. I know a lot of successful people that don't have any degrees at all. But and success, and what I mean by success is that, for example, the gentleman from the spiritual retreat, the ayahuasca retreat, and the iboga retreat, both of them, I don't think they no, one's an engineer. Actually, one was an engineer, but the other one, I don't think he took that, like his studies that okay, there's something uncomfortable about studying for someone feels stupid. I think someone's a Queen of Wands in the reverse, or male or female, or a Page of Wands in the reverse too. They want to fight or something, or they're reckless with their actions, or they're going to get bad news as well, based on their reckless actions. But they wanted to try to get some type of reaction that wasn't going to come. Spirit's knocking. But for some of you, someone's really mad. Oh, here we go with this. I told you, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're flowing through the different energies, my lovies. I'm just a channeler. I'm just a channeler. I'm just the reader of the energy. Someone's really mad and they're trying to argue. They have piercings around their ear. They're trying to justify their fears, their stalking. They think it's about someone else, so they're trying to blame others. But in reality, it's like, I don't stalk people. I'm not stalking anybody. So, like, why are you doing it? Because that person this, that. That tells you a lot about who they are. For some of you, you're not going to go very far with an argument with somebody because it's really messy. Really, really messy. Really messy. Jack of Spades. Really, really messy. A male or a female, a male or a group of men or a group of men and women or a group of women who don't have your best interest in mind in a situation. The Jack of Spades by himself is a man. So for some of you, could be arguing with a man and angry with a man. I don't think it's worth it. Or you could be arguing with a female, for some of you, it's a female. You're arguing with a female or a group of females. For some of you, it's definitely a female, but Jesus, trying to move away from that. Someone takes up so much energetic space, and if they can't take up energetic space, they'll try to bring wars to you. Someone is such a immature jerk. It's like, please leave me alone. Like, what the hell? For some of you, this is someone that you don't know, or for some of you, someone doesn't know you. Wherever the shoe fits, wear it, but they insist. It's like, you are so... What kind of humans exist on this planet? Why do you think this is okay? Someone's a sociopath. They really are. They have no respect for boundaries at all. And that's going to be their downfall. Jack of Spades energy. We have a man, a group of men, or a group of men and women who don't have your best interest in mind, who are angry and blocked. Psychos. In this present moment. Jesus. We got a blonde female or some type of surprise or an invitation. For some of you, a block, when it comes to these people, they're trying to block some type of invitation, but we have an invitation here in this present moment. Very quickly, an invitation. I knew it. I'm like, watch a King of Hearts come out because I feel a sexy flexy. For some of you, an invitation from a well-meaning man with a plan, my lovies. A well-meaning man with a plan, my lovies. This could be your significant other. For some of you, this is definitely your significant other. And if it's not your significant other, this person's about to be, or they need to be. We have a date night for some of you. We got a date. Ooh, we got a date, but there are a little bit of lies. This person may want to clear up some lies that some bullshitters told about you for some of you, or some gang stalkers. They may want to, someone may have been a little bit in on it too. For some of you, someone is going to be telling you, these people said this, that, and the third. We have seen that energy a few weeks ago. We saw that energy. So it was something that was coming up for some of you, or maybe it has already happened for some of you, like connecting with a really well-meaning person, a really well-meaning man, or someone that's going to talk to you about, even if this is like a homeboy type of situation, like this is a good person to have around you. They're going to talk to you about some bullshit that was said about you, and they may have been in on it at some point, but it's because they didn't know you like that. Like they may even try to lie a little, like to not. They like you. They really, 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 really like you. Do you like me? But there were lies. For some of you, this is your significant other because it's right under the couple. For some of you, somebody could be coming over to your house and you could be having some talks. For some of you, if you're having a lot of people over to your home, just know that just one of them, or maybe a couple out of a whole group, are truly your friends. Just know that. So, do whatever you will with that. Eventually, you're going to block these people out anyway. For some of you, if your significant other is hanging around at this particular time with people that you don't necessarily approve of, and you know that they don't have their best interest in mind, just know something about their breasts too. Just know that everything's going to be all right. They're going to block them out in the middle of the night. It's almost like by tomorrow, they'll be gone type of energy. That's how it's coming in. You got a face-to-face. You got really good news. You got letters for some. You just got a letter. You got communication for some from this person who's going to be your partner eventually, Yvette. And for some of you, you have a communication also from a psycho ex here as well, who wants to surprise you. This is some type of person that always surprises you negatively. This is how it's coming in. For some of you, you can have a daughter with somebody this person always seems to surprise you in a very negative way, but it's okay because you have a wonderful person next to you. For some of you, this person could talk to you about their mother, or this person could be very close to your mother. For some of you, you have news from an undercover. For some of you, have news from your mother and your father. For some of you, there's an undercover that could be searching you and your father and your mother. For some of you, there could be a bust. I'm just a messenger here. You're protected by your ancestors, my lovies. Your ancestral protection, very strong here. For some of you, a well-meaning man in a work situation as well. For some of you, there is an ex trying to block your projects. Like, this person is the type of person, like, if you're projecting to go out with your parents and your new significant other, like, this person's like, nah, I can't watch the baby this weekend. But you always watch the babies these weekends. Maybe for some of you, you have a couple of babies and you have a couple of babies with somebody and you have some type of routine. I don't know. So there's always or maybe this is when the babies, for some of you, this is when the babies were younger, but this person's still doing like weird things to block your projects in some way. For some of you, you could be meeting in-laws as well, or you can have in-laws over to your house. For some of you, your parents like you. Okay. For some of you, your parents like you. For some of you, your in-laws love you. Jesus. But you have communication with your mother-in-law. For some of you, it is coming in as an in-law. You have a communication with your mother-in-law and she's a little upset over a situation and they may talk to you about something. For some of you, you could be visiting your in-laws with your significant other. But you're in joy, especially when it comes to money, because we have 3 9s here. So money is looking fine. You do have two kings. You don't have 2 queens. You have 2 kings, but for some of you, 2 queens. So some type of a betrayal in a situation. You do have 2 kings. So you have some type of high honor, especially when blocking out people that don't serve you. For some of you, and don't deserve you. For some of you, you're going to block people out that don't deserve you. Especially when it comes to after some type of like a get together, like you're going to notice like maybe Heather ain't here. This Heather energy has been very present for some. Maybe Heather ain't here for us. Maybe Heather needs to be cut out because no offense to Heather, she's part of the human family, but she's a Cancer in our family, in our soul tribe. I'm just a messenger here. Take what resonates. And the name Sam too. And something about Sony. All right, 7 of Diamonds. What's this anger? I don't feel like it's you. For some of you, it's your mother-in-law or your mother. An older female is angry. Yeah, because of delays. She's going to communicate with you. For some of you, you may also have a situation. Again, you have joy. You're in joy. So I don't feel like this anger belongs to you, but someone may just want to communicate with you. And maybe your mother-in-law. For some of you, you really get along with your in-laws. You get along with your in-laws and you get along with your parents. You're really, really blessed. So with that, you have no stress. It's more like this person wants to talk to you about something. Like maybe this person, they're not going to talk to you right away though. Like something's going to happen. There's going to be a little bit of a delay in this conversation, so maybe this isn't to next week, but they're going to tell you about something. They want to communicate. They just want to have a conversation with you. This is really sweet. She's so sweet. This is so cute. This is so cute. It's like, I just want to talk to you. Like, can I just talk to you? This is your mama-in-law, or this is really cute, or your mother, or an older female around you, but it feels really strong, like a mother-in-law for some. Very cute. So sweet. I just want to kiss her. We got here, for some of you, I told you, this brother that can't be trusted has been very present. He's busted. Jack of Hearts to the Jack of Spades. For some of you, a brother, a friend, or a son. Or for some of you, this is a group of friends that pretend to be your friends. And this is around your female. For some of you, you have a Queen of Clubs or around your partner, or for some of you, this is your partner's brother, or for some of you, this is your partner's sister too. Maybe a sibling rivalry happening for some of you. For some of you, as a female, you have someone pretending to be a friend around you. This person's not your friend, especially a masculine, or this person, it could be in a work situation, or it could be in an organization. It could be a friends group, or it could be people that you know. They're trying to like befriend you or befuddle or something. They're trying to befuddle. They're also trying to muddle something. And something about muggles. These people could be like inbreds of some sort, or not inbreds. What do they call? But inbreds coming in. But maybe for some of you, there's an inbred in a situation, because that inbred energy has been present as well. This person's trying to be your friend, but they're not your friend. They're trying to be your friend, and they're blocked out. For some of you, you have a friend, a brother, or it's coming in strong, brother or friend. But the Jack of Hearts is a brother, friend, or a son, or a well-meaning man involved in a situation. But these people are not your friends, and you're gonna block them out eventually anyway. 9 Nine of Spades energy. This brother, you're going to block him out because he just wants money. This brother, Jack of Hearts energy. This brother, this friend. For some of you, an ex can come back also talking about being more closer to the son or being closer to the daughter. For some of you, can have two children again with somebody, or you have a son with somebody, or you have a daughter. Take it how it resonates. But someone's going to come back talking to you about being friendlier or on friendlier terms. And this person can even invite his brother into this, or this it's just it's fake. It's a facade. This person's just looking for some type of interest, but eventually you're going to block this anyway. This person doesn't have your best interest in mind. They're all a bunch of bullshitters. Jack of Spades energy is a man, a group of men, or a group of men and women. In this case, for some, it's a group of men. It's your ex and his brother, or your ex and his mans, or someone that pretends to be his friend too, or someone that's supposedly close to him, or it could be a cousin. It's your ex and their family for some of you, or, you know, take that how it resonates. And you have joy over this, and they're just mad because you have joy. For some of you, again, I am feeling an ex who's also a stalker and a harasser. And so for some of you, again, take that how it resonates. But someone's like, they could even pay their friends to do stupid shit to you because this person's fucking psychotic. And they don't get it while you walked away. I'm just the messenger here. It doesn't feel good. This person lives in their fear. And they're feral. They're angry because you're happy. If you got money projects, they want to ruin that for you. It's like, what the hell is wrong with some people? Like, who thinks like that? Apparently, some people do. It's like, what the... They're mad because of your changes, because you're moving, because of your changes. For some of you, could have gotten a new car. This person wants to fucking harm your new car. If you got a new job, they want to try to fucking go and get you fired. We did see that for some of you, people paying to get you fired, working with some sleazy ass bosses. It's like they want things to go bad for you. It's like, what is wrong with you? What cancer did you grow out of? A military person, an officer, something at a distance. For some of you, have to travel. Someone could be envious because you're traveling, and they're like trying to make it uncomfortable. Well, no, you can't travel because, you know, the children need you this weekend. It's like something about Tulum. You want to go to Tulum? Go to Tulum, my lovies. Go up, explore the tombs, my lovies. So if you want to play Tomb Raider, go, my lovies. Your ex is a hater. You want to take a trip down memory lane, my lovies. You don't want to go insane. But for some of you, someone does want to take down a trip down memory lane. For some of you, for some of you, you like to smoke weed. Someone may invite you to smoke weed, like you and your ex, or like, let's do what we used to do. If it's not smoking weed, because, you know, psychotropic drugs are very, very present right now. So for some of you, you may be thinking of these things. Maybe for some of you, marijuana is your treatment, and they're like, let's, you know, take a treatment or something. I don't know. Anyways. What are we saying here? I'm not playing here. What are we saying here? They worked with your family to sabotage you. They may have worked with their own family too to sabotage you. They worked with your family to sabotage you. Someone who doesn't want children. This person does not want children in this lifetime. This person does not want children in this lifetime. They worked with your family to sabotage you. This one wants to peek too. They want to use clever wording to confuse you or somebody about you. They could even lie and say, I don't know. They're pretending to care about your well-being, but in secret, they're trying to curse you. For some of you, this is an ex. They worked with your family against you. They're trying to pretend like they care about your well-being. Don't go on that trip because, you know, you got to save. Spirit's not asking you to save right now. Spirit's asking you to take the damn vacation. Because for some of you, that actually, hex, they play with a hex. That actually has been very present. Spirit wants you to get away. Go somewhere. For some of you, you may have a new lover. Spirit wants you to go. Spirit wants you to go. The letter H, my God, look at this. The letter H and child abuse. The letter H and child abuse. A healthy outlet for pent-up frustration. They need to find they are only sorry they got caught. Someone's only sorry they got caught abusing the children too, or some issue happened with the children here. The letter H. And someone has poor sexual hygiene, but they're worried about you supposedly. It's like, go worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. Stop trying to pay people to stalk somebody. You psycho. You were never good to me. That's what's coming in. For some, I'm hearing, again, I'm a channeler, my lovies. I'm hearing, you were never good to me. This person was never good to you. They're going to pretend like they're worried about your money, like pocket watching. That energy's been present too. People that are fucking putting shit in place to harm you. Like, how psychotic could you be? And I think for some of you, someone looks like a psycho now. Like, I think something has been exposed for some, and now they feel like they need to play the victim or change the narrative, change the story. Someone's really crazy, my lovies. I think in the preliminary, it did come in as well. For some of you, there's an ex too focused on you. For some of you, this could be you, my lovies. You know, with all due respect, I love you, my lovies, but that's the energy. For some of you, someone is way too focused on their ex. And for some of you, your ex is way too focused on you. You have no clue, they're saying. It's like every single day, these are the type of people that make up fake accounts every single day. Check to see what you're doing. If you posted, if you don't post, someone, they start to roast you. They start to like, someone's trying to, they're saying it's like, they start, when you don't post, they start talking. Someone's trying to manifest you. Someone's playing with hex work. It's like they start talking to project, like they want to try to get into your head, even if it's from a distance. Someone's too obsessed, my lovies. They're too obsessed. They never did right. And this person, they can't admit that they lost you. That's what's coming in. They're disappointed. They're going to be highly disappointed. They want you to suffer. And it's like, you're not suffering. Why aren't you suffering? Like I am. That's what's coming in. They want you to suffer like them because they're suffering for a very different reason. They think that they can cause you financial strife or like they can ruin your plans in some way. They don't get that you have love in your heart. And that's what they didn't get from the start, that you were sincere. And that they lived in their fear and they lied to you too. For some of you, lottery's been very present. Lottery winner. The other day, Spirit brought us to play. I got 2 numbers, my lovies. I got 2 numbers. I got 2 numbers in the positions where they were supposed to go. But Spirit gave us 2 numbers. But I also have people cursing me so that I don't move forward in my life. So Spirit's like, give it a little bit of time. But for some of you, if you're feeling lucky, play. If you are feeling lucky, play, my lovies. I'm just a messenger here. It's in your field. My lovies, if you're a sister friend, I'm telling you, the type of curse work that I've been having people curse me since I was a child. My grandmother on my father's side, my own mother. Can you believe that shit, my lovies? My mother's friends, my own fucking stupid ass aunt. Insecure jerk. I have to respect her because, you know, other words are coming in from her. Spirits are like, no, their own parents know. Ain't that some shit? That your parents look at you from heaven. They know the heavenly parents they had, and this is what they do. So for some of you, I am sharing this for a reason. They fake cry. Traveling with friends. I told you you're going to be doing something with your friends. For some of you, you could be traveling with friends. For some of you, you can be going to a club with friends. Again, for some of you, one friend, help a sister friend out, my lovies. Don't let her wear those heels. For some of you, someone cannot. I keep seeing somebody's uncle's involved in a situation. I keep seeing somebody walking around like Bambi, and it hurts. It hurts her. She's not good at it. She's not, and she's going to try to wear the most ridiculous heels. Like why not wear something simple and start simple? She cares a lot about her pimples too. Here we go with this. Somebody could be really young. My lovies, be a good friend. Be a good sister friend. Tell her, take them shits off. You're not going anywhere with them. Like, no, you can't. She's going to hurt herself. I'm just a messenger. Co-parenting. Be a co-parent to your friend, my lovies. Co-parent your friend with spirit and tell, you know, I love you. One day, Chantel. One day, I love you, my lovies. One day, I love you. One day, I love you. One day, I'll love you. One day, you're going to love this person. Right now, you don't love her that much. Maybe you don't love her that much to let her fucking walk around like almost breaking her ankles, my lovies. 011138 is an emergency. 011138. That's 011111. One day you're not going to talk to this person anymore. Take advantage of it while you talk to her now. Help her with her little ankles. Someone's going to roll her ankle on vacation. You go on that vacation. I told you. I feel like Spirit saying go on the vacation. You deserve it, my lovies. Go on the effing vacation with your friend that's going to almost roll her ankle. Just help her understand how to walk. She's a stalker to that friend of yours. AA, associates, but for some of you, an associate's degree. For some of you, again, I am feeling like someone's going to complete a degree. Congratulations, my lovies. AA, though, maybe for some of you, someone's an alcoholic too. And that's why they're going to walk like that. AA wanted to come out. We got an operations manager here. For somebody could be an operations manager into operations. For some of you, I am also getting like a scheduler. Someone could be a scheduler for a plastic surgeon or some type of surgeon. A neurosurgeon is coming in as well. A neurologist is coming in. Cry now and laugh later. Cry now, laugh later, because someone's a hater. You're going to cry now, laugh later, my lovies. We all get our chances. At romances, you're gonna get your chance at romance, my lovies. Ooh, but there's a hidden enemy, my lovies. Being cautious. Ooh, you're going on the road. Ocular motor. A Virgo is in love with you. Surprise, the letter M. For some of you, a Virgo is in love with you. Surprise, the letter M. A Virgo in love with you. We got love in the air, my lovies, because it's what's fair. So they're all fair. The Sierra energy. Sierra, here we go with the Sierra mist. Something about one up. Something about Mario. So you're going to travel with friends. You're going to travel with friends, my lovies. That's cute. I like that. I like it. For some of you, one of your friends is a boot. That's what's coming. For some of you, one of your friends may not be feeling well while on the trip, though. You're going to have a good time no matter what. But someone may have like a little cold or something, or catch a little cold, or feel a little under the weather. For some of you, someone wants based off of looks. Someone went based off of looks and purple rain. They didn't mean to cause you Menca, Salamanca. La Universidad de Salamanca. Someone from Spain. Spain's very present, my lovies. My grandpapa's roots. Someone didn't mean to cause you any pain, but plain. They saw you as a plain Jane and they wanted to play mind games because you weren't too spicy. You weren't spicy enough, apparently. My lovies, you're a spice bomb. Unconsciously creating a harem. Ooh, someone who is unconsciously creating a harem. Fudgesicle sticks. Someone that can have a bunch of females. They went based off of looks and they are unconsciously, not consciously, because we do have consciously, unconsciously creating a harem. Someone is unconsciously creating a harem of thugs. For some of you, we do feel. For some of you, someone's unconsciously creating a harem of psychopaths that stalk everybody that he wants to or she wants to add to the harem. It's like, what the fuck? You gonna follow me around everywhere I go? You're gonna keep clocking me? Someone you don't know? You don't think I feel your energy? You little psycho? Someone could be short. Jesus. And someone's an escort, a harem of not. This is crazy. Anyways, a rebound by rebounding here and rebounding there and rebounding everywhere. What is this? And for some of you, I told you, people that don't really know you, they have no business looking into you or bothering you, but they chose to overstep their boundaries. People that even started searching your credit history for some. Everything came in for a reason, my lovies. I am saying this as like an example because it's part of the collective as well. It's an energy. They have no business looking into you or bothering you, but they chose to overstep their boundaries. It was like, what are you looking into somebody's credit score for? Why are you stalking someone and sending someone in the middle of the night to disturb their peace? Someone you don't even fucking know. Why do you keep looking at their fucking account? Why are you so envious of them? You don't even know them. You don't know what kind of life they live. Envious of their light, envious of their dark, envious of everything. Envious from the start, they're saying. Ooh, we got a master's for some of you, from an associate's to a master's. And they're envious. Their best friend is, this could be someone's supposed friend or best friend. Their best friend is envious. For some of you, someone has a best friend who is envious of you or of their situation, of your connection, who went based off of looks. I think this person is just dumb. The hood, someone from the hood. For some of you, there is someone. He's coming in as a jerk, but take it how it resonates. And it could be a male or a female, but it is coming in as very masculine energy. There is someone who, speaking of which, my lovies, we've kept the ratio of about 30, it's at 31%. So about 30-70 male viewers to female viewers. So 30% male viewers, 70% female viewers, which I found it really interesting. And then most of our viewers are between the ages of early 30s to mid 50s, which I found interesting. And then the other age groups were about like 20%, but the dominating age groups were the age group between 30 and 40. They skew it in a way, but it's basically like from the 30s to the 40s, and then, or a little bit more, like from 32 to 45, and then from 45 to 54 or something like that. That's how they break it up in a funky way. But I found it quite interesting to look at the demographics. Most of our viewers are still in the United States. The UK, Canada, and other countries watch too, which I think is cute. We have people in India, we have people in Uganda, we got people in Nicaragua. Not Nicaragua. We got Nigeria. Was it Nigeria? It's Nigeria, I think it was. Anyway, something with an N. Anyways, so I think it's really sweet. I really think it's sweet. With that being said, back to the scheduled programming. For some of you, someone that you don't want, that you don't know, that's some type of warlock and messes around with a witch, and they've been messing around for a while. So these could be people that like known each other from like high school, their 20s, their 30s. These people feel like they're pushing 50/60s. But the female is this is amazing to me. A 40, 50, almost 60-year-old female. This crazy. It's amazing to me. This person is envious because for some of you, there's a man you don't want at all. You see him as a taunter, as a flaunter. Like, this person likes to be like flamboyant. They could be very like colorful in a very negative, nasty way. You're really disgusted by this person, but this woman really is obsessed with your energy. I think these people are energy harvesters. So now the man has... Basically, the spell work has backfired, where this person wanted you addicted to them, but you didn't even want them as a friend because you noticed something was off. And the female's envious. So this person's constantly watching you out of envy. Take that how it resonates. Watching you, watchmen, but you got watchmen too. I feel the watchman energy. I'm not kidding, my lovies. For some of you, someone changed the contract after it was signed. For some of you, someone changed the contract after it was signed, and there are watchmen involved in this situation. What is this? And you are the real deal, or something is the real deal. What did I say? We got stalking energy. Yesterday in the preliminary, stalking, gang stalking in hopes of kidnapping. Fucking crazy ass people. They will make it up to you. Spirit will make it up to you, my lovey. Spirit will make it up to you. The watchmen will also make it up to you. I think that's sweet. I like that. Sunrise by sunrise, something's gonna be made up to you, my lovies. Something about a cage. And paid actors, a bunch of paid actors in your life. What did I say? For some of you, paying people to do stuff, paying people to pretend like they're your friends or like they want to date you, paying people to watch you, paid actors in your life. Because you are a unicorn. At the barbershop, for some of you at a barbershop, people are being stalked as well. Something about a master and purple rain. They didn't mean to cause you pain, supposedly. They just wanted to stalk you everywhere that they went and have you all types of like, what the fuck? and they didn't mean to cause you pain, but they were trying to drive you insane. Make that make sense. So that you can call them. For some of you, if this is a sick game of a sadistic game of trying to a power dominance techniques, seeing that if you'll call these people if you're in a pickle. I would never call any of these mother effers if I was in a pickle. If I were you, I wouldn't call this crazy ass ex. I wouldn't call any of these fucking people playing with hex work, fucking trying to. And if it's not hex work and Hector for some of you, it's not. If it's not hex work, Richard for some of you, if it's not hex work, it's trying to manipulate your life in some way. That's negative energy, trying to manipulate and play games with your life. And for some of you, someone's even fucking unconsciously creating some type of harem doing this bullshit. Master. A master's for some. For some of you, you could be receiving your diploma. I am getting graduation or preparing for graduation. The day of a saint. For some of you, look up the day of today. Look up today's saint if you want, and that saint will speak with you. The day of the saint. For some of you, you could be getting your master's, and whenever you get your master's, for some of you, I feel like you should be canonized. For some of you, you may not look into being canonized, but for some of you, based on the energies that I'm reading, you deserve it. I would thank you, my lovies. I would honor you, my lovies. I would honor your spirit. Because you are a polite I feel you. I feel you. I'm like, someone's so sweet in the field. A polite person with, this is the second day in a row. Spirit's not playing with you, my lovies, if you were doubting. It came in the bonus, too. A polite person with good manners. Because you are a polite person with good manners. You are a master. You treat others the way you want to be treated, but you're no pendeja either, my lovies, or a pendejo. You're not that. You're getting a backstage pass. For some of you, this energy's been present. I don't know what you're going to sign up for or what you're doing, but you're going somewhere and you're going to get a backstage pass. A good person with good manners. For some of you, you're going to meet somebody, or you're going to give somebody a backstage pass. For some of you, you could be famous. An e-visa. This is going to be for work. For some of you, you could be going to a country. For some of you, you could be going to Spain or France or somewhere where the saints are really important and where they have the days of the saints. It could be France for some, e-visa. You could be doing this for work or for some type of labor. I told you there's a sociopath in the field. What did I say earlier? Everything I'm saying, my lovies, it's for a reason. Someone is a sociopath. I am not kidding. A sociopath. Oh, and we wanted to fix this. We wanted to fix this, my lovies. We wanted to fix this because I repeated. All right. No regard for right and wrong, and they ignore boundaries. So no regard for right and wrong. They have no regard for right and wrong. They have no regard for right and wrong, and they ignore boundaries. There's a sociopath. They have no regard for right and wrong, and they completely fucking overstep ridiculous boundaries that, for me, I'm like, why would you think that's a good idea? And then why would you lie and think that lying is also a good idea to cover your shit show? Because you're not going to cover it, because you're not covering it from spirit. And that's the only energy that you should wish to be in congruence with, because spirit knows your soul. So if you lie to spirit, that's going to follow you everywhere you go. Completely overstepping and ignoring all types of effing boundaries. I told you there is sociopathic energy in the field. Spirit gave it to us for a reason. I'm just being obedient. Sociopathy. No regard for right or wrong, or no regard for right and wrong, and ignores boundaries. Someone with an e-visa, or someone that has access to e-visas, or someone that files for e-visas. Anyways, and something about Ibiza. Something is going to be unexpectedly pleasant. For some of you, a backstage pass experience is going to be unexpectedly pleasant. For some of you, a female cousin is on some type of an employment visa, and this person, or someone's female cousin, and this person is a sociopath who likes to play a lot of mind games. She gets off on playing weird ass games. What did we... No, yesterday we said you and your niece, or you and your cousin. For some of you, they're trying to set somebody up. They like to play mind games. They're trying to set somebody up. Cuckoo. And they made some stupid ass judgment. The judgment they casted was based on your money or lack thereof. For some of you, this female cousin judge somebody based on what money they had, what money they didn't have. Mind you, this person's a psychopath, a sociopath. They went based off of looks. They set somebody up based off of Aldo. Somebody can like Aldo shoes. They went based off of looks. They also set somebody up based off of looks. They like to meal prep though. This person likes to meal prep. Good for her. I told you somebody likes to eat well. What did I say earlier? I said, you know, you can eat 17 burgers, my lovies. Your soul's still going to be as dirty as it is. You could eat all of the salads too, and your soul's still going to be as dirty as it is. Right, Liz? Right. That's why they don't sleep at night. That's why they have to go and disturb others' sleep too. Someone with a beard, a polite person with good manners, someone with a beard. Something's going to be unexpectedly pleasant when it comes to someone with a beard who is very polite and has good manners. For some of you, someone hit a marriage. They hit a marriage. For some of you, a sociopath with an e-visa who likes to play mind games hit a marriage. For some of you, someone could be married in another country. Being cautious with that. Someone could be married in another effing country. You know what I'm getting? Those types of marriage, like female, like when I was a youngster, my family wanted me to marry a cousin, and I was dating someone at the time, and he said no. I said no too, but he said no. Because I had just turned 18, and they're like, you know, well, he'll give you $10,000. And we're like, no. Like, someone could have done something like that. Anyways, we got AA. These people are alcoholics. This female cousin is an alcoholic. For some of you, this also could be someone who has like some type of a base degree or like an associate degree. For some of you, someone's sister is also involved in playing mind games in a situation. For some of you, someone could be married to a cousin's sister. These people like to withhold love and affection or attention as a manipulation tactic. They manipulate emotions by withholding love and affection, and they like to set people up for fake marriages. People that like to go based off of looks, they may be very healthy though. The letter R, e-visa, and the letter R, e-visa, and the letter R. We do have Ra here though, Ra. Egypt could be significant for some. We have someone with 2 jobs. For some of you, someone with 2 jobs. The judgment they casted was based off of your money or lack thereof. For some of you, you could have 2 jobs that don't really pay you like what somebody believes that you should be paid, and they judged you based off of, even if you work hard, even if you have like a side hustle and then your main job or whatever, someone still wanted to judge you based off of your money or lack thereof or what they think you should have. I was like, it is what it is. When it comes to going based off of looks, is done. What's done is done here. Someone who's just in things for status, who likes to meal prep. They meal prep. Everything they do is just for status and for looks. They don't care about anything or anyone. For some of you, this person is going to be charged times 999. Oh my God. And there's going to be an ending. This person is going to be charged. A sister. All of these people are going to be charged. They hit a marriage. They are going to go through some shit. I don't know what they were planning as well, because it looks like they were also planning a setup. So for this setup, they were trying to set up a sister or someone's well-meaning person. They're going to be charged quite heavily for that. You need to settle into your new chapter. Someone with a beard needs to settle into their new chapter. They're spending, what did I say? Something about someone looking through financial documents, but these are the people that actually should be looked at. People that are looking into credit history and bullshit, they actually should be looked at. Their spending habits need to be investigated. For somebody who likes to withhold love and affection or attention as a manipulation tactic, who tried to set somebody up, they need to be investigated when it comes to what they're spending. Adopting, for some of you, an adoption process or adopting something is going to be very pleasant. For some of you, you need to settle into your new era, whatever that is to you. Spirit is advising you just settle into your new era, no matter if people are trying to put hurdles in your way. For some of you, there are psychopaths that you don't even know trying to put hurdles in your way, casting some type of judgment on what you have or what you don't have. They're just in it for status, and they live soulless. They don't have the connection you have with spirit. And that bothers them because you have matters of the heart. You actually care. You're a polite person with good manners, a master's, someone with a master's degree or a master. Someone's a saint. Or at some point, I feel like someone here is going to be canonized. I have to tell you what I have to tell you. Someone's energy is like of a saint. Like, you're not superficial. You're not materialistic. You've gone through all types of lessons. You know how to move with the flow. If you have a lot, great. If you don't have a lot, that's great too. Someone's really beautiful. You're really beautiful. Something about a railroad here for an AA railroad, because I think something really is backfiring for some, because somebody really wanted to have somebody like in a very precarious situation. I'm just a messenger. Volcano, something's going to erupt. For some of you, your 2 jobs or whatever gigs you have happening, they're going to take off. And these people, it's almost like they had an inclination and they wanted to stop it. For some of you, had an ex that wanted to stop your takeoff as well. Because you got a lottery winner here too. For some of you, this one wants to, for some of you, unhealthy desires, and there's, it is what it is. It's not what it is. You have to investigate something, and you're going to find something with these unhealthy desires that a few people had. For some of you, Spirit is advising you to put your detective hat on or not ignore your intuition. If you feel people doing some shady shit, they're doing some shady shit. People that are trying to point the finger, like, look at their credit, or look at what they owe, or look at this. No, you need to look at what they're doing. Just because somebody owes on a vehicle or on a property, that's not the fucking end of the world. What is the end of the world is trying to stalk someone to have them out and have them struggling. That is an evil thing. That's a little different. For some of you got a lottery winner, someone with a beard is going to win some type of lottery, and someone with a master's is going to win some type of lottery, and you need to settle into your new chapter. So for some of you, Spirit's going to bless you with some type of winning. Take that how it resonates. Lottery winner here, you got to settle into your new chapter. They have been doing spell work. I told you, what did I say? I felt this energy. Me too, my lovies. It's not a big deal. I get it. I get it, my lovies. I get it. But there's a reason for everything. What did I say earlier? They have been doing spell work on you since you were a child. For some of you, this is you too. Someone has been doing spell work. Using Anaisa for someone has been doing spell work on you since you were a child. Or someone that may say that they have some type of relationship with Anaisa. For some of you, this is for someone with a beard. For some of you, can have family members doing spell work on you since you were a child because they knew that you were gifted, or that you had some type of like awareness that it's just incredible, and they wanted it. It's edible. They were eating this up to fuel their desires. So like, you lacked motivation in your life, and you're like, I have all these plans and I know that I'm great, but why is it that for some of you you're going on a date? For some of you, this could be someone you're dating. And for some of you, this name Lucas has been present, but I haven't said it yet. We can overcome this. In it for status, for some of you, but also someone with a master's. For some of you, there is someone with a master's that wants to overcome something with you. Something could be overcome with someone with a master's on Saints Day. Or take that how it resonates. But we can overcome this. Somebody wants to pretend like they have unhealthy desires and they're in it for status, and they want to pretend like they want to overcome something, but in reality, they're an evil person that would harm anyone. If they would plan to harm one person, they would harm anyone. You need a legal document, backstage pass, some type of legal document. You have to go around some type of process for some to get a legal document. The letter C, unexplicable. Unexpectedly pleasant for the letter C. A trip down memory lane, adopting. For some of you, I am getting adopting and a trip down memory lane. Someone's trying to control your mind and adopt things that did not happen. Like, they're trying to over exaggerate the good and minimize the bad, but there were way worse experiences with somebody than good. I'm just a messenger here. You can't, I don't know, you can think, this person wants you to think that you can overcome something. For some of you, they look for you in other people and are perpetually disappointed. This letter has been very present. They want to write you a letter for some. For the letter R, the day of a saint, the letter R, they're constantly looking for you in other people, but they're constantly disappointed. I told you self-injury is in the field for some. And with this railroad energy, for some of you, the spirits are going to drive someone to want to take their life. Their spending is going to be investigated. Someone can go to prison for stalking, for harassment. They can go to prison. They really can. They really can go to prison. In the preliminary, it did come in for some of you. Someone would be willing to sacrifice someone that they hired to do this. They worked with a few people, Lucas. They could hire Lucas, or they could work with Lucas, or Lucas is involved in a situation. They would rather sacrifice Lucas than themselves. But the spirits are like, you're not going to get away with anything. This person is someone who hid a marriage from you. You're not going to get away with anything. Someone's going to drive someone to do what they need to do. Because this is, she tarnished someone. Someone could have also really tarnish. Anyways, this person, something about varnishing, or something about like, someone could talk a lot about, someone could be a chef actually, or someone can like think that they're a chef of some sort. I wouldn't eat from this person for nothing. Because for some of you, I've seen that energy also with people putting period shit in your blood. In your blood, something about your blood. I don't know. Anyways, self-injury. This person's gonna self-injure. For some of you, a fan, matters of the heart when it comes to a fan. The letter D, they have been doing spell work on you since you were a child. For some of you, the name Derek. All roads are open now when it comes to a lottery winner. Go play. If you want to. For some of you, if you have some type of an addiction, my lovies, don't do it. For some of you, it's your own mother that had been doing spell work on you and wanted to harvest your energy. She also sacrificed your brother, whether you know it or not. Ta-da! I'm just the messenger. And she has unhealthy desires. For some of you, your mother has unhealthy desires. For some of you, your mother can put out a hit for hire. I am just the messenger. The name Derek could be significant. Someone can have a French last name. Your mother is insane. She's a two-face. Your mother's a two-faced, my lovies. For some of you, I'm just a messenger. I got to tell you what I got to tell you. For some of you, there's a psychotic mother in the energy. For someone with a beard. For someone with a beard. A Libra. For some of you, a Libra. For some of you, your mother doesn't want you to love who you love. Maybe because I'm a thug. A 5-star restaurant. Somebody can like 5-star restaurants. I told you something about a restaurant, or something about a chef, or something about someone likes fine dining. They like garnishings. They could copy from restaurants, and someone has a big house and all this other bullshit, but I don't know. Something's going to be unexpectedly good. For some of you, if you're going out to dinner, something's going to be unexpectedly good. If you're going out with friends, it's going to be unexpectedly good. They paid to have you fired. Did we not say it? What did I say? Did we say it? Didn't Spirit give it to us? Didn't you give it to us, my lovies? Spirit gave it to us. They paid to have you fired. They also paid to have you hit for hired. Backstage pass. They did it behind your ass. They did that behind your ass. They got backstage pass. They had a connection. They said, oh, I got a friend. I got a friend who's a detective. Scandalous. It insists. For some of you, someone paid to have somebody fired, but this person's pretending, or they're going to pretend like they never got the money. Someone got the money. They got the money. They got the money that you sent to have somebody fired, or someone sent. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. They tried to get someone with a master's fired. They got the money. They got the money to have the person fired. They're all sheep. They're all sheep. The year of the sheep could be significant, though. A polite person who has good manners. For some of you, oh shit, oh my god, my lovies. Sexual encounter with multiple people in the same night. You need to settle into your new chapter. For some of you, sexual encounters with multiple people the same night. You got to settle into your new chapter. What's your new chapter? It's your happily ever after. As a speaker and an H visa. Take that how it resonates. Okay. Adopting. A pretend boss of the year award, lottery winner. For some of you, you are going to be the boss of the year with a lottery winner. You're going to win the lottery. I am saying it for a reason. I feel it in the field. It is not something that Spirit Spirit put it in your destiny for a reason because it's part of your plan. You got a new relationship here. They have been doing spell work on you since you were a child. For some of you, you're going to have a new connection. And for some of you, you're going to meet a new person. This person has been cursed since they were a child by people that they trusted and the adults that they loved. We have seen that in the field for some of you. Harvesting of energies of children, doing shit to children, to sacrifice the children's energies. So it's been very present the last few days. So for some of you, you're going to meet someone new that went through this experience, and they may be able to talk about that with you. And Spirit will bring you together for healing together. It's cute. I like it. It's really cute. Something is hidden. A trip down memory lane for somebody hid some type of meetup with someone from their past. This is going to bring the end of the road. When it comes to the matters of the heart, there is an end of the road. When it comes to the matters of a heart, something is now done. It's over and done. They will be held accountable. Spirit will not allow anyone to get away with any injustice. They will be held accountable. There will be a legal document involved. Infant went to see a spiritual doctor for healing. For some of you, I am getting eventually you may want to go see Josie may want to go see a spiritual doctor for an infant, because an infant is going to inherit demons. They woke up afuera, but someone just talks a lot. They don't actually take action on anything. They just talk a lot. All roads are now open. For some of you, all roads are now open so that you can stop just talking about something, or someone can just stop talking about something, or you can just stop listening to someone that just makes empty promises, and you can move forward and actually go and be involved with people or a group or a situation in which people are not just talking, but there's actually action. Spirit is giving us yesterday I watched this video and 50 Cent was talking about his deal. Maybe it has to do with people in the music industry. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But Spirit brought us to watch this video, and Spirit's bringing it back in. They live a life of sin. They live a life of missteps. And he was talking about like P. Diddy, and he was like, this man wanted me to like, we hadn't even really like started recording anything. We didn't even start doing anything. But this man started promising me like going shopping with him, like and taking me here and taking me there. And he's like, shopping? Like, who does that? Like, he's like, what did he say? That dude's a lollipop, I think he called him, a lollipop or something like that, or pop, or I don't know. He's like, who does that? Like, me as a man going shopping with you? For some of you, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Anyways, using the term soulmate, twin flames, and divine counterparts to manipulate Manila. For some of you, someone is using the term soulmate, twin flames, and divine counterparts to manipulate emotions. They don't give two shits. The letter C is doing this, or someone's doing this to the letter C, using twin flames, soulmates, and all that bullshit just to manipulate your emotions. That Cindy or Cynthia energy is very present in the field for some of you. They are arrogant because this is the bullshit. They try, oh my gosh, here we go with this shit. They are arrogant and act happy because they have money, but they are actually sad. The money doesn't even make them happy. They just want everyone to be miserable with them. The letter D, for some of you, a CD. For some of you, DC. Washington could be significant for some. For some of you, someone can like music. A salesperson who's a fan. For some of you, there's a salesperson who is a fan. For some of you, I do feel you have some type of notoriety. Who's looking for a way back in through meal prep. For some of you, there's a salesperson who's a fan of yours who's looking for a way back in through meal prep. This person can have a fake tooth, because I am feeling fake tooth energy. I wouldn't trust this person. I wouldn't. Disciplinary action. I think they deserve disciplinary action. I wouldn't trust this person. They're just trying to they're pushy and Portia. They're just trying to get a reaction. And they're just in it for status. That's what it feels like. For some of you, again, I do feel like you have some type of notoriety and someone just wants attention from you because they're in it for status. They're trying to ride your coattails in some way. They're a big fan of yours. I'm not saying they're not. For some of you, this could be someone like, for some of you, if it's not that big, it's like someone you know from like a public place. I am seeing a gym, but take that how it resonates. And it's like you go there, you work hard, you do your thing, and someone's been watching you and they're a big fan of yours, but for the wrong reasons. They are a fan, not a friend, not a sister, not a brother. They could have come out with any other energy, but it came in with a fan for a reason. You keep them as a fan. This person is not genuine. Not that they don't love you, because fans do have some type of an affinity, because you channel. A lot of people don't notice, but artists are great channelers. They are channeling a lot of energy. So they speak, they're almost like a reflection, but that doesn't mean that you're a best friend with Beyonce. Stalking a child. They are stalking a child for some. Someone with an E visa is stalking a child. For some of you, someone with an employment visa is stalking a child. Being very cautious with the children for some. Someone that doesn't like to commit, but they may like to, diddle and do things to people that can't commit. Someone could call themselves, I'm getting like the man-boy love association type of energy. For some of you, someone can say like they really love children. They just really love children. And they know that they were meant to be with a child. Like, the days of a saint. The day of a saint could be significant. Someone could be named after. I am getting Saint Christine and I am getting Saint Augustine. Take that how it resonates. Someone's doing something in private. We have said that for some of you, being cautious with this came in yesterday's readings as well. Someone even watches child pornography, being very, very careful, because that is illegal. It is. That someone can actually get arrested for, because for somebody's so obsessed with, they're stalking a child, because in reality someone is hiding the fact that they are trying to harvest the energy of a child so that the child can take on their sins. They're looking for a sacrifice, and it's a vice. They're also an alcoholic and an addict, so they're thinking they love a child. They don't. They are offloading their karma onto a child, or that's what they want to do. They do this. They're a Judas. They could pretend they're somebody's friend. For some of you, this could be a family friend or a friend in your life. Just being cautious, or a friend of your wife's friend. For some that maybe pretends to be gay. I am getting being very cautious with a child and a pervert. It's very perverted, and something about a dessert. Someone wants to take a child out for like dessert. I feel like someone's trying to groom a child to eventually do something to a child. And I am seeing a video that I saw online. A man trusted his friend with his son for many years, and he didn't notice that this man was like molesting his child. So one day he came back home and he noticed, like, he's like, I'm gonna go out. Can I leave you with my son for a second? He didn't think this fucking guy was gonna do anything stupid. He's like, yeah, just leave me with him. Come back, found this guy getting a blowjob by his son, and beat the shit out of this guy in his house. So for some of you, everything is coming in for a reason. Be very cautious, very, very cautious, because this person also looks for people to someone feels like they have to go to prison. So this is the type of person that likes to project prison onto others. Someone's nuts. Someone's a nut job. And in private, this person watches child pornography, which can land them in prison. This is a warning for somebody. I'm just a messenger here. This person can say that they're going to overcome this, but I don't know if they're going to be able to overcome this. Or if something happens, I don't know if you're going to be able to overcome this, my lovies. For some of you, I don't think you play about your children or someone around you. I'm just a messenger. For some of you, they watch for negative comments on you to piggyback and try to bring you down. For some of you, got people watching for negative comments and trying to bring you down by piggybacking on the negative comments or having something negative to say. Don't give them a time of day. It's a setup. Don't give them the time of day. Throw it away. It got thrown away. Hold on. Something about Holden. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Spirit wants us to do a few things. Because I think the phone is 150-30. This is also someone that is trying to set you up in some way. Have the most ridiculous arguments with you. Is like, what are we even arguing about? This person looks like they're fishing for an argument. It's like people you don't even know. I told you, for some of you, people you don't even know, who are trying to set you up. How do we do this, my lovies? Set up. You gotta trust, my lovies. Trust spirit. Trust that they cannot be trusted. You got to trust that they cannot be trusted. Do not engage in any bullshit for some of you, because that's what they want. They want your engagement. They want your attention. They want to argue with you. The number 4, April could be significant for some. The number 4 people could be involved in a situation. The judgment they casted was based on your money or lack thereof. For some of you, 4 people casted judgment on you, and they went and spread this out to others about your money. For some of you, the 4th could be significant. Someone could have done this the 4th. For some of you, the 4th of July is going to be significant as well. For some of you, they are going to cancel plans as well. They're going to cancel plans on you because they're going to cast judgment on your money. You have 2 jobs. For some of you, you're going to cancel plans because you're going to have 2 jobs and you're going to be very, very busy in the summertime. But they're going to want to reconcile. But it's going to be like a volcano. I don't think you're going to be able to reconcile, because I think it's going to be like an explosion. For some of you, if you do reconcile with someone, it's going to be a passionate reconciliation. I am getting that. Spiritual court is in session when it comes for this female lunatic, this female cousin who's a psycho. Female courts. Spiritual court is in session, but it's the divine feminine ruling this person, because this person needs to learn how to be more nurturing to all humans. There is going to be a legal procedure as well for the mind games that they were playing. Something about a snake bite, or some type of venomous issue within somebody. Their whole relationship was fueled by energy siphoning off of others' suffering. This person likes to energy siphon. This person likes to make others suffer. So they have to go to court spiritually. They may even suffer with alcoholism. A malicious person who took pictures of you without... Ooh, for some of you, a malicious person who took pictures of you without consent to mock you. For some of you, a malicious person who took pictures of you without consent to mock you. For some of you, there are some psychopaths in the field. They want to commit suicide because you are still number 1. You got first place no matter what. Wow. And they went based off of looks. I don't know what they were looking at, but they went based off of looks. Of a master teacher. They were looking at a master teacher and they didn't know how to handle it. Withholding love, affection, or attention as a manipulation tactic. And they tried to make you feel like you cared about them withholding love, because I don't know if you cared. Someone had a grandiose self of self. They had an exaggerated sense of self. That's what it feels like. This is really crazy. They are sending mixed signals. Someone who's sending mixed signals. Their spending needs to be investigated, because they're also a stalker and trying to plan crimes to harm others. They are psychotic. A barber is involved. We saw the barber shop for some. A barber is definitely involved in a situation. A barber's sister, who are gang stalking. What did I say? Who are gang stalking. Jesus. The letter R, they don't want you to have a happy union. The letter X, it is what it is when it comes to a situation with ovulation. Someone's going to have some type of crash. I did say that for some of you, there's going to be a freak accident as karma for some. Being very cautious. Depositing thousands of dollars weekly times 999. For some of you, a lot of money coming in apparently. All black, some type of ending, self-injury, someone's going to commit suicide, all black. Someone could be attending a funeral to someone who committed suicide because they are psychotic. We got a Gemini who's psychotic. This psychotic Gemini energy has been very present for some. My God. Someone that was born in late May, early June. Oh, this is present. A sociopath. A Gemini who's a sociopath, who has no regard for right and wrong, and who ignores boundaries completely. Jesus. A daddy's boy or a daddy's girl who hid a marriage. At the barbershop, I told you, the barbershop is the barbershop. Apparently the barbershop is very present. They look for you and other people, and they are perpetually disappointed because they're crazy. We got it's children, for some of you children, for some of you ishka. We got unhealthy desires for, oh my God, for a diddler. Because I was going to say for children, but they said for dildos too. Dildos with children. My God, what the fudge. We got inha. For some of you, someone could speak some type of Asian, inha, Chinese. Unhealthy desires when it comes to children. Someone's going to be very remorseful for playing a this for that when it comes to children. Unhealthy desires when it comes to children. For some of you, there is nothing to worry about when it comes to the white-collar crimes. For some of you, white-collar crimes will be settled, apparently. It was not worth it. Something was not worth it for some. Someone is saying that something was not worth it. 8/13 could be significant. August 13th, Leo could be significant. They will make it up to you because they feel like something was not worth it. For some of you, someone is remorseful and they want to make something up. But it may be a tease. For some of you, there's a tease involved in a situation, or they feel teased. Ignoring their intuition. He is a good man and I hate it. For some of you, someone is a good man, someone hates it, and someone is ignoring their intuition when it comes to someone that may be with someone who is not a good woman or a good partner, because it could be a male, female thing. Someone's a liar and they're with a good man, but they hate it. So they're in succubus or incubus energy, but they want to drain the energy of a good man who's ignoring their intuition when it comes to someone that may not have their best interest in mind. Too much pornography. Someone is addicted to porn, too much pornography in the field. Someone is addicted to child pornography, being very cautious for some. The adults in the family are ignoring the red flags and issues affecting the children. My lovies, there's an issue with the children. I'm just a messenger. I'm trying to be very gentle about this because there are some adults that are in denial. Something about denial. The adults in the family are ignoring the red flags and the issues that are affecting the children. And for some of you, someone who watches too much porn may be involved. Someone is, Jesus. They were too blind by their arrogance to realize they were losing a good thing. For some of you, they were too blinded by their arrogance to realize that they were losing a good thing. La patrona. For some of you, a boss or some type of matriarch or some type of boss in a scheme of some sort. Their best friend is envious. They have an envious best friend. For some of you, this could be an accountant who is envious because you are a rare breed or someone's a rare breed and there is a best friend who is really envious, who had no business looking into somebody, but they started doing this. For some of you, this could be someone in a work situation that you don't even know, but their best friend got envious, or your boss's best friend got envious, and they started looking into somebody and started acting passive aggressive, and you could tell that they're fucking psychotic. For some of you, this is someone in some type of accounting firm. They have no business looking into you or bothering you, but they chose to overstep their boundaries. Something about Stephanie, something about Laura, something about Lauren. A legal document could be issued in this situation because somebody has some fucking mental issues. A mouse. Spirit did give us a vision of a mouse earlier today. Spirit gave us a vision of a mouse. It was like a mouse overheating almost. There's some type of secret sabotage. And Tabitha, someone secretly sabotaged something. And a pendulum is needed. For some of you, you need a pendulum or some type of divination. I said that. For some of you, I should write one. Earlier, maybe Spirit's giving us to just remind you. For some of you, you need a tarot deck. For some of you, maybe a pendulum. But I don't think I wrote one like buy a tarot or tarot deck is deeded. Dee. For some of you, Dee needs a tarot deck. Or USDD. Someone needs a pendulum or they need a tarot deck. For some of you, I felt it. Healthy co-parenting. For some of you, you have healthy co-parenting. There's some type of package that's going to come in for a situation with healthy co-parenting. A birth certificate, if you're waiting on a birth certificate, is coming in, my lovies. Some type of internship. For some of you, there's an internship involved in a situation. In a family business. For some of you, you will be interning at a family business. The letter R. The letter R will be supercharged when it comes to a situation. For some of you, the letter R will have to resign from doing something who is two-faced. A two-faced letter R. And something about a rabbi. Boom. Bombay Cooch, my lovies. I think that was it, my livies. For some of you, Liv. This name Olivia has been very present for some of you, or Liv, or Lisa for some of you. Well, my lovies, that was it. I think that's good, my lovies. I think that's good. I want to do, for some of you, all debts will be paid in full. So don't worry too much. I think I want to go ahead and, a one-night stand. Someone who had some type of one-night stand. I think I want to go and do, you have to calm your spirit. For some of you who had a one-night stand, calm the spirits, my lovies. I want to do another zodiac read for you. And then we will go from there because it is what's fair. He or she is testing you because they are not serious and they are actually wasting your time for a one-night stand. For some of you, someone is testing you because they are not serious and they are wasting your time when it comes to wanting a one-night stand. This is an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus, or a Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus could be involved in a situation. But they want to drag somebody else in, or for some of you, someone wants to mask behind somebody else's energy. For some of you, there's somebody who's actually a well-meaning person, but for some of you, I feel like an ex wants to control you again in some way, and they want to mask behind an energy of somebody that you're getting to know, and make themselves seem like they're actually the one, but they're not. Anyways, my lovey, stay well, stay absolutely well, because your sister friend loves you and adores you. Loves you and adores you. Spirit friends love you and adore you. Love you and adore you. Your sister friend loves you and adores you. Loves you at 20323 and adores you. Your spirit friends and your sister friend and your spirit friends and your sister friend. In love always, in love always, in love always, and forever, homies. Peace. Look, my lovies, maybe you're gonna get a Tesla one day. Maybe for some of you, you're gonna get a Tesla one day. Maybe. Love you, my lovies.